What is going on, everybody? Good morning. It is Saturday. We are about a month and a half away from deer season here in South Florida where I hunt. And right now I am going out, gonna set some cameras, gonna do a little bit of scouting in an area that I wanna try to hunt this season. I am a fairly new hunter. I've actually been only hunting now really like full time. When I say full time, I mean like really invested into it for about 2 years. So I am no expert in this whatsoever, but there's a big puddle right here. Whew. But I wanted to bring you guys along, and if anything, it serves as a record for me. Maybe in a few years I can look back at this video and see if I did things right or I did things wrong. But I'm gonna bring you guys along and just show you what I do as far as scouting, my thoughts behind trail camera placement, you know, finding deer sign and all that sort of stuff. I feel like I've dialed the hogs down really well. I can find hogs, but deer, I'm definitely still new to the deer. I've yet to shoot my first buck. I killed one doe at a private land, which was honestly, I don't even count that, because I mean they're just these deer that are used to being around. So this is public land. We're gonna set some cameras, we're gonna do a little scouting, try to find some rubs, some scrapes, and see what we can get after. The bucks right here where I'm at now are still in velvet, but they're coming out of velvet. But either way, I wanted to run out here and kind of try to dial in. Since I know I'm in an area where there's bucks, I want to dial in, maybe get a little closer. So like I said, I brought my cameras with me. We're gonna go out there, we're gonna try to find some more sign, and I'll bring you guys along. Alrighty guys, we are here at the spot. Already got dressed up. I'm getting ready to load up the bag with the trail cameras and everything. But before I do that, I actually wanted to do something that I have seen a couple YouTubers that I watch that I like their channels do, and that is they share what's called a verse of the day. For those of you who don't know, I am Christian. I have been following God for pretty much my entire life. I grew up, really my parents led me in the way of following the Lord since I was a little boy, and I do very much intend to lead my family that way. And lately, the Lord has been kind of, you know, pulling at my heart with this platform that He's given me of YouTube. I know I'm not a huge YouTuber or anything. I only got like 1,400 subscribers, but that is a platform. So I appreciate all of you guys, but I don't think it would be right by me and by God for me to continue doing these videos without sharing my faith. So something I want to start doing on every video from now on is kind of piggyback off what I mentioned that these guys do that I really liked, is share just a verse of the day. And that verse of the day today, I feel like couldn't be a better one. It's actually Psalm 105:1. Give praise to the Lord, proclaim His name, make known among the nations what He has done. What an awesome verse for the first time ever of me starting to do this, because I feel like that is exactly what I'm doing now. I want to make known the name of Jesus. I want to make known the name of the Lord to all the nations. And if this is the platform that He's giving me to do it, then it is my duty and my obligation to do it, not just for me, but for everyone watching, and for my faith and my spirit. So that's exactly what we're doing. We're proclaiming the name of the Lord to all the nations. Guys, if you don't follow God, if you don't know who Jesus is, I want to tell you that He loves you. He died on the cross for you, and He resurrected so that through Him we have salvation, and through Him we have hope beyond this life. And it means the world to me to be able to share it with you guys. So that is all I have for you guys for the word of the day. Let's go ahead and get packed up and head out there. Let's go scout for some deer and see what we can come up with. All right, guys. So we are in the woods. I'm trying to find a new way into this area because I have hunted back here before, but there's only one way I've ever found to come in here, and it's not favorable most of the time with the wind. So
I found this new little trail, which is on a bit of a hump here of a drainage ditch. I'm gonna attempt to take it all the way back into the spot. Okay, so here we go. You guys see this? First rub that I just found walking in. So again, I've never walked this trail before, and I just found that, but this trail is leading in the direction of where I have a camera that I've been getting a buck at. So that is good. I'm gonna go ahead and mark this on Onyx. Go to tools, mark my location. There we go. It's a good find. Let's keep on going. If we can find more, that's what we really want. That establishes a rub line. And you can tell that it's not really hogs because see how much higher up it is? See this, if it was just that, I would think it's a hog just scratching himself there, but how much higher that is, you could tell that is not a hog. That is definitely a deer rubbing his head right there. Whew, guys, it is hot, but I just made it to my spot where I have my camera right there. And actually, this is a scrape I had found about 2 weeks ago. You guys can see how it's dug out right there. You see these branches? How it's still a live branch because you see the green leaves, but there's not really any other branches on it. It's because the deer will come and lick this, rub their antlers all on it. See, you have some right here too. See that? Right there's where they dig out. And I went ahead and put some Scrape Master spray in there. I'll show you guys. This is how we keep this fresh, especially right now that these bucks are starting to rut. If you get some doe estrus, or if it's a scrape, even better, is this stuff. Scrape Master. It's a good stuff because it's got buck tarsal and interdigital gland as well as doe pee in it as well. But take some of this right here. You don't have to go crazy with it. If you have doe pee, that works great as well. You come down here to where it's dug out. You just give that a couple sprays like that. Some over here. And that's it. We'll check back on that tonight. See if they come check it out. Because that smell will stay there for quite a while. Okay guys, so I just threw another camera down right here. There just happens to be looks like a hog scratching post. Oh, that's definitely a hog. Look at this. You see the hair? Yeah, that's that bristly hog hair. You can tell the hogs come up here, they use their tusks on this, and they rub themselves to get the itch off. Sometimes you gotta get the itch off, but they leave their hairs behind. This is a really good one. Usually I don't find them with that much hair sticking to it, but I mean, you can tell there's a trail going down that way, coming through here. There's trails coming along all this, so I picked this spot to throw up a camera because I actually flew a drone over this area. I'll go ahead and roll some footage. You guys can see this spot right here is in the middle of like 2 or 3 big flag ponds, and it's the only bit of like dryish ground, and you can tell that there's trails going through this section here. So where I put my camera, straight down the barrel of where I seen the trails, and you can still make them out here on land, but I seen the trails in the air with the drone. So that's really just going to be an observation camera. Kind of want to see just what the deer are doing through here, because down that way is where I plan on hunting if everything remains how it's been. So I really want to see what the deer are doing, if they're using this to cross from my spot to another patch of woods back over here. So let's continue on. Alright guys, so I went around, placed 2 more cameras, and finally the last one right here on this rub that I found earlier. And what I did was I went ahead and grabbed some of this buck butter. It's a rubbing gel. You guys can see there it's 4 deer rubs. And basically what you do is just apply this stuff. I'll show you guys like this on his rub. And that's got a whole bunch of different orbital glands on it, and they have glands right above their eyes here on their antlers that they communicate with, so that'll probably get them angry. There's another buck in the area using his rub, but I went ahead and put that camera up there, and we'll see what that brings back. It looks like a pretty good rub. I mean, if you come over here, see that? There's stuff on the floor. You can tell that it's definitely getting used. So I'm gonna go ahead and backtrack out of here, get back to the truck, and we'll be done because it is hot. Really, really hot. Let's go.
Well guys, we are back in the truck, almost home, done with the mission. I did about 3 miles today, tracked my way in and out. Walked around everywhere, placed 3 cameras, found a lot of good stuff, and now there's nothing left to it but just to sit back and see what these cameras bring in. Hopefully by the time I edit this video, we'll get some good action on these cameras, and I can post them here at the end so you guys can see. But really, if you want to, you know, hunt deer, if you want to hunt, you have to put in the time. And nothing comes close to just, you know, going out there, like they say, boots on the ground, being out there with your boots and walking around and, you know, looking for sign, looking for stuff, looking for what's out there. You have to go do it. A lot of people are lazy, you know, they walk up, and a lot of people hunt spots because of the spot. So like, I don't know if that makes sense. Like, oh, this is a nice spot. This looks like a nice spot to sit. And like, I'll admit, I have sat in spots that visually seem appealing to sit at, but nothing ever comes through. And every time I've ever sat at a spot that I sat there for a reason, look at this person. Let's go. Well, every time that I've ever sat for a reason at a spot, like, oh, this is an intersecting trail, or I've seen, you know, game here or whatever, for one reason or another, you gotta like sit on purpose. You gotta hunt on purpose. You can't just go out there and hunt whatever, you know, going with the wind. And going out, preseason scouting is the #1 tool to finding not only spots, but to find game. I mean, you really find what they're doing. If you got cameras and you can put them out there, you can really keep tabs on, you know, what's coming in and what's coming out. Don't take it too seriously because it is public land, and you know, once the pressure starts, everything's going to move around a little bit, but at least you can figure out what's in the area. Because like, what if you just go to a spot, you sit one time and you see nothing, so you're like, nope, this spot sucks. Well, if you would have had a camera or two out there, you would have seen maybe there's, you know, 2-3 bucks working the area. It's just a matter of being in the stand. And that's all it is to hunting, is a matter of when you can be out there. It's time over everything. So we will see what we get on these cameras, and we will see if this work paid off this season. Hopefully I can get my first buck. That would be really awesome. I'm sure there'll be hogs. I've seen hogs in this area. I don't think I'll shoot a hog early season, just because I'm kind of at the point where I'm like over hogs already. And there's plenty of times to hunt hogs during our small game season. There's like smaller dedicated hog hunting seasons here as well. And I'll do that when the time is for that. But as for deer, we'll see if our time in the woods paid off. So that's all I have for you guys today. Make sure that if you like this video, you give it a thumbs up and share it with somebody. If you haven't already, please ask that you subscribe, because it really helps out the channel. But that's it, guys. You guys be good. God bless, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.